Welcome guys back to a new episode of damn it, clock. Yes, we've written clock. I'm actually doing some cool things today. I've reset my clock hand up and I'm going to show you how to do it. The reason it's already set up is because I actually had to re-record this episode, then figured out I made a big mistake and had to go back to fix it. Now, while I have a small hand, remember that my time is going an hour per second, meaning that technically it's gonna go really fast, and it's not nice looking at a small hand that just goes constantly really fast. Also, have a look at how it looks, and you may not like how this looks. Now this is just naturally because of how I got my images. So normally you would have build your own clock, or you would make sure it's transparent or wherever you want it, and stuff like that. So here I just got some simple hands, and that's how we're going to show it off to you, right? But obviously this is up for you to interpret it and do it your own way. This is really cool, really nifty, and a lot of stuff can do done. By the way, all I did is got this, and I just split it up using, basically what you do is you slice this, and then you can make them smaller. So I'm looking at, well, I guess I could slice it. Alright. And then, so you maybe slice this, let's say 250 by 250. Alright, maybe 500 we'll say. Alright, and then these you just kind of make smaller, as you can see. You can obviously delete ones if you want, but we're just going to revert it back to what it was. Okay, clock is a simple clock. Man, they're both sprites. They're both point, by the way, because these things are much more texture based. Pixel based. Okay. So there's a few new things that we need to do before we do anything. I've just written a little bit of notes so I don't forget. One of the biggest things is, where is it? Here. This, it won't look like this for you. It will actually look like, I should have done this in the change I was going to, but I forgot to. It should look like this. And what you want to do is you want to remove this line. Stuff it, just remove this line and put it above the current month. Oh my gosh, I hate Control X, Control V. Don't do it. Don't get to Control X, Control V. So here it's pretty simple. But what was happening, if you guys don't know, was that we're actually getting an error when we went to the next year. And you guys would have this too, but most likely you wouldn't see it because most likely you wouldn't have changed the month to try it out, right? You know, just to see how the year thing works. Always try things out like that. So I did. I was like, this is a weird bug. What was actually happening was that my display day, I didn't realize this. I should have looked at the error a bit closer. Sorry, my display day. Oh, my dog's going crazy. Oh, don't feel like it's happening. Okay. And my display day, what was happening is that it was minusing, right? But the month it was trying to get didn't exist because it was used to be current month -1, right? So make sure you remove that -1 since you moved it back 1. And that was stupid to do it that way. I really should have done it before. But what was happening is -1. Well, when you went over to the new month, what's 1 minus 1? 0. So it's trying to get month 0, which didn't obviously exist. And it was allowing it because for some reason it was. It really shouldn't have. Because it should have gone the current month of January -1, and it should return an error there saying, hey, you're accessing a enum. But because enums are integers, it must have mucked itself up there. Other than that, there's a few other things. We have to fix up our display date, because when we go to the new year, what happens is it's an interesting conundrum, right? Because what happens is it displays 0, and the reason it displays 0 is because display day is set to 0, right? Because, and there's nothing we can really do about that other than doing, hey, if the display day is equal to 0, then add 1 to it, basically. So, if this is true, then we display day is plus equal to 1. Alright, else we just display day. We may need to postfix, yeah. I don't know how C# likes postfixes. It's fine for okay. Because if you guys don't know what a postfix and a prefix is, essentially a postfix is something like this, and a prefix is one after it. Like this. Right? So what does a postfix does? Well, what a postfix does is it adds one, then returns a value. So for example, display day, if display day is equal to 0, then it's going to add 1, so it equals 1, and then return 1. However, if we add plus plus at the end, it's going to return 0, and then add 1. You know? So it's just how it displays things. It's something that is not going to be commonly used, since you don't normally need that kind of stuff in C#, I find. Something I didn't use for ages. Let's see, we're basically just doing a lot of these kind of question mark statements. I mean, some people may find them too complex, but the fact is that otherwise you would have to have thousands of if statements. It's like way too much. Like, I literally turned probably 6 if statements into a single line, so that's pretty good. Makes it a bit hard to read, sure, but hey, it's not too bad. Then we're going to do some stuff. We probably want to do this after this output. And we're going to set the transform.rotation to equal to a new quaternion. And then we're going to actually now add to it. So this is a little bit weird, but essentially it comes down to the fact that obviously if we're constantly adding to it, sorry, hang on. Basically it comes down to the fact of if we're constantly, right, adding to the position, adding to the rotation, then it's just gonna keep spinning and spinning and spinning, right? But the fact is you may go, well, that's fine, but how we're doing our calculation is it's giving it at what rotation it should be at, right? So instead of giving it at a instead of saying, oh, this rotation should be at this rotation, right? Gee, I may just do Euler then. That may be better. Dot local Euler angles dot is equal to new vector 3 and what is it? Yeah, this will work. It's saying that it works basically the same. It just sets the rotation to equal to this. Very simple. Now I'm going to show you the clock, how you get all these different things. So this is on Wikipedia. Essentially, there's a clock. So the equation for the angle of the hour hand is essentially just a half of 60 times the hour plus the minutes, and that will tell you the exact angle for the hour. The angle for the minute hand is pretty easy. It's just equal to 6 times the minute. Now the reason you go, why are you adding minutes here? Well, because if we're at 3 hours and 28 minutes, then it should show 3 hours and about halfway between 3 hours and 4 hours, you know, how it works. So this is basically the explanation. So if we run this now, oh, sorry, there also should be 2 public game objects, big hand and small hand. Sorry about that. Okay then. Oh, what is it then? Oh, it's local Euler angles. There we go. I know it's Euler angles. Can't remember which one it was. I feel it was local, but oh well, that should fix itself. There we go. Now if we run this, ta-da! So that's a little annoying, right? But that's essentially what a clock is. That's essentially what it's doing. But if it was at this speed, that would be fine. And it's still a bit fast for me. But it's actually perfectly in line. I'm going to try to pause it a second. 0. No, I can't. I won't be able to. But that's pretty good. Like, rewind's fine. But I'm fast for that. It's just unwatchable. That's just going to detract. So that's why normally I turn it off. So from here, I will turn it off while I test the big hand. And then I will turn them both on and show you a little bit. But if I was ever using the game, I probably wouldn't use the small hand. I mean, you could do an if statement. If clock small hand dot active. If clock. That way you can kind of have them off and on. And the exact same thing is going to happen here, but we're going to use it as a different equation. yeah, I'm gonna add spaces between them. So this is an equation for the hour hand. So we're gonna half it. So 1/2 times by the 60 times by the hour, which is new time span to hours, and then we're gonna plus the new time span to minutes. And if for example, if you knew how the what's put in, it's basically just like the laws of what operations go first, and essentially times has higher priority than plus. So, and brackets obviously is high priority. So this will execute even though these have the same priority. This will execute first because it's in brackets. You need to have that in brackets, obviously it won't work. See, even they have it in brackets. So I'm going to show you some stuff. Actually, no, let me show you there. They can close. And then why are we minusing it? Well, because we want it to go to the right, which basically means that plus is left, right is zero, minus. Cannot convert object expression to float. Oh. Cannot convert object expression. This should have no problem. It really shouldn't. Apparently it's an object expression. Gosh. Sorry about that. Dog's crazy. Freak. I don't even know why it's saying it's an object expression. Why is it saying it's an object expression? Of 0, 0, negative 1/2 times 60. Oh, is it because I need a times there? Yeah, okay, it's that, sorry. Oh, then you sign it. So just drag, sorry, not that one, drag big hand in. And now we have a big hand. Who's not moving? One half times, we'll just debug it. I know I don't just do. Oh yeah, I did one too many. Oh, now it works. It's just the fact is I was going 1/2 times that, and for some reason it wasn't liking it. So it works. So just don't do 1/2 times it, and you'll be fine. And you'll see that, hey, we got our degrees. I mean, that works quite nicely, doesn't it? It's quite cool, quite nifty. But there is one thing noticing, is that it's stuttering a bit. And that looks a bit nicer. It's because we're constantly setting it towards that instead of just like nicely lerping towards it. Which is why I have the clock hand dot rotation is equal to new this. That was rotating it around. So if we go clock hand dot transform dot rotate around. And we're going just transform dot position vector 3 forward and that. And then if we turn this off, it won't matter, by the way, that it's not within the brackets. I know that. I'm just showing. So that, I don't know. Does it look nicer? It's a bit. Like, especially at high speeds, it definitely looks nicer. So you have that compared to, just kind of keep that in your memory, compared to this. And that actually does look a bit better. Yeah, okay. I convinced myself that one looks a bit better. Hey, we got a clock. I'm pretty happy with that. A clock that rewinds. I mean, no, it's rewind, but it's not really rewind. So me saying rewind's kind of stupid. It's actually slow down. Should we add a rewind functionality? I mean, I don't see why we can't. It's not that hard. We could do it. I don't know. I'm actually going to end this part here, and the next part will be rewinding. Because the problem is a lot of you may not use rewind. So I just want to make sure that for those who have finished it and go, I'm not going to use rewind. We'll oh, stop here. Stop your pain. Sorry. And other than that, I may do rewind in the next episode, may not. If I don't do it, you can obviously say in the comments, and I will do it if you say in the comments. Yeah, anyway, see you guys next time. Sorry for this weird video. Hopefully it's not been too bad. If it has, I will redo it. But if you do want me to redo it, please just say in the comment section below, and I will actually just delete the video and re-upload it. I'll redo it, re-upload it kind of thing. And I'll make sure I leave videos before I actually put any things in it. Anyway, see you guys next time.